Welcome everyone to another episode of Dodge Shop and Tune Shop. Today we're going to start work on another project, which is this. And as you guys can see, this C30 needs quite a bit of work. Starting with the rockers, because they're pretty rusted out, like most of these mid-70s trucks. They didn't use the best sheet metal. So, if we're gonna do that, we gotta clean it out first to start taking stuff off. So, here we go. There, now with all the big stuff out of the way, now we can start working on taking the trim out, this rubber floor, and the seats. And then we can change out the rocker after we find a place to remove all the sheet metal. So hopefully you guys can see, but this is a 9/16 bolt. It is very much frozen in. So what I'm doing right now, just so I don't break another bolt, is when it starts to get tight, I'll push it forward just a little bit, and then I'll back it off. And then once it goes back through, after trying to get it back out, it should be easy to go through. May take a little bit longer to get the bolt out, but it saves time from having to drill out or use an easy out. I'll skip to when I finally get this bolt out. So I got it out, and you can tell where the spots were bind up, and this I think this goes on the outside, this end, so that's why that's so dirty. Now time to slowly work that one out, if you guys can see it. So use the same tactic on that and it should come out. So after about, I think, like a half hour or so, maybe an hour, finally got this back one out, and that looks pretty crusty. Ah, come on, focus. But yeah, that looks pretty rusted. So now let's do the other side. This side's in a lot worse shape. Let's see if hang on, or what if I do this? There, maybe you guys can see it. You can see all the rust that's on the ground here. So, and I haven't even found a rocker for this side yet. But here's what we're after. Through there, and there should be two here. So I'll get those. So as I was tapping these two to break them with the hammer, I actually punched them through the trim and pretty much through the rocker. So it's rusted all the way back to here. Which kind of makes sense, because when this was parked in the woods, this side was pretty exposed to the elements. You can see that part of the rocker is pretty bad too. The other side was kind of protected by trees. So I'm expecting this one to be pretty bad. These are coming out no issue, which is kind of weird. Okay, now oh, that's bad. Well, let's see about getting these bolts out. I'm gonna try that one first. So I just discovered that with enough arm strength is enough to get it broken loose and turning. Still not that easy though. I got to do the back and forth trick so I don't risk breaking the head off. Still slow progress though. Ooh, I feel like this is about to come out. Yay, it came out. Sweet. Next step is to get that one out. Then this whole seat should come out. So I'll show you the beginning process of that, and then I'll just cut back to when I get it out. So you get your ratchet on there. Oh, I see. So I gotta work around this. So I'm just gonna cut back to when I get it out because this is gonna be difficult. So what this is just a little paper cardboard shelf pretty much, and I decided to rip it apart so I can get to this bolt because I'm either A, not gonna put it back in, or I could probably just find another one. And this one's coming a lot easier. Oh, there we go. Now it's starting to bind up. I need to focus on this, so I'll be right back. Alright, it feels like this is starting to really loose up. Okay, it feels like should be able just to reach in there and it comes right out. All right, now let's see if the seat breaks loose. It should be able to lift up and okay, there's still something holding it in the back. So let me lean the seat forward and see. But to do that, I gotta turn those out. Before I do that though, I actually want to see if that bolt will come out. I got it out, and that bolt is hot. But is this just? No, there's something else holding this one in the back too. So I'm gonna let the camera charge and figure out what's still holding these seats in. So after the camera's charged up, I discovered that you got bolts at the back of the seat as well, one on that side too, and you have to pull up the floor to kind of find them. Also, the floor might be a bit more rust out than I thought. I couldn't even get that bolt out because it just broke free from the metal. So let's see if we can get this seat out by myself. It's usually a two-person job. Go through that? So I just discovered this wire. I don't know exactly what it goes to, but it goes through the seat frame, so I'm gonna have to force to cut it. Okay, I think I pretty much got it out. Now let's put it in the tent. So it looks like I didn't get everything out, so let's take this stuff and put it over in the tent as well. Oh yeah, it still has, I imagine, the original scissor jack. So there was that original wire that goes to something, I don't know what. But there's all sorts of like these and this, which goes up underneath the dash. That might be for the, since it's a dual tank truck, for the left and right tank. But don't know what this almost looks like, but I think a speaker wire. But let's rip all this rubber matting out of here and insulation and see what the rest of the floor looks like. Yeah, this rubber's just tearing apart. So most of this floor seems pretty good, just except for where the bolts went through. Because right here is really bad. Over there seemed kind of bad. This, I don't know what was going on over here. Might need a new floor over in this corner. But overall, still seems pretty good. And I'm getting rid of this because I plan on going with carpet instead. So looking at this, this was patched at some point because there's tack welds along here and it's not quite flush. That might have been what happened over there too. But I might need some help getting these off because they will not come out with impact, or I might need to borrow a really long breaker bar from someone because I can't get the floor out or the rest of this rubber out with these in here. I mean, with that seat out, there's a lot of room in here. Alright everyone, so back after a little while, although for you it'll just be a little jump, but I found out that that little bolt there is preventing this seat from tilting forward, getting to the last two bolts that are holding the seat in. Well, these bolts is a T45 Torx bit. Yeah, Torx. So let's get those pulled out. Okay, so hopefully I don't get too much in the way and you guys can see this. There we go. And just like that, it's out. Now let's go do the other one. So I took this one out. For you guys, it'll be off camera because I was recording a short for it. But they're both out. So now the seat leans forward. So I just gotta clear all this stuff off the seat and take those the bolts out that are holding this in. All right, so we fold this back and there they are. So now I just gotta try and get to them. There we are. Ooh, some of those look a bit worn down. But on the other side, this little bit of cardboard back here is proving to be a little bit of an issue, so let's cut that out. And now that one's out. So now let's get the seat out. Now I just gotta fish these seat belts through. All right, now we're ready to pull the seat out. Easy. And don't forget to keep all the hardware with where it came from. We might not need those bolts that hold the seat in place because I want to put like speakers or something behind there, but just in case. It's always good to keep it so you don't have to buy it later. Now we can rip all this stuff up. If I can figure out how, because I can't get these out. I can't even get those off. I don't know what I'm supposed to do about that. But yeah, let's proceed to rip this up. this will come out later. All right. So now the cab is mostly stripped, well, at least on the inside. Now we can start doing the rockers. Well, still need to get all the rockers because I only got the outer side for that one. I still need outer for this one and inners for both. But this is cool. It looks like you can see where they pretty much glued the cab together to make a 4-door. So that's pretty neat, and I'm glad that that area is still good. I think that's everything for this video. So remember, if you like the video, like, comment, subscribe, and share it so we can grow this channel. And hopefully I can start getting ad revenue so I can start working on more cool stuff like this. So, see you in the next video.